What's up guys, welcome to episode 25 of the Alpha Sapphire Nuzlocke. I'm JaySea, and last episode we were at the base of Mt Pyre. We went from the very bottom all the way to the very top, and now we're at the very peak of the Mt Pyre mountain. And boy do I have a story to tell you guys. Anyways, before we embark on our journey, we're going to check our Pokemon and try to heal it up. I noticed that all our Pokemon are quite middle range and lowish health, so, well, not too low. I'm just gonna use some super potions to top them all off. Okay, that looks good. And we're going to go up, and like I said, I do have a story to tell you guys, because I woke up in the morning and the first thing I did was check my phone, and I was like, I saw a transaction 8 AM in the morning. Actually, for the record, I woke up at about 10 AM in the morning. So 8 AM in the morning is what the transaction said, that I spent $43 in Western Australia. For the record, I'm in New South Wales, so that's like Eastern Australia. So had a transaction going on there in Western Australia, and I was like, what the heck is going on? Why do I have a transaction going on in Western Australia at 8 AM when I'm not awake, and I did not spend any money on my credit card for like yesterday or today. I did not spend any money on my credit card, so that was very confusing. I was in panic mode, and I woke up and I'm like, okay, I need to call the bank. So I called the bank and I said, something is up. Why is my credit card being charged? I think there's like someone might have gotten my credit card information, and they're you know, trying to use up my money somewhere else. And they're like, maybe you've forgotten that you've spent that money. And I'm like, there is no way I've forgotten that I spent that money or not, because I did not spend any money out while in my sleep. That's not possible. I also checked that my my wallet, my credit card is with me in my room, so because they're like, it's very possible. Oh, whoa. Did I screw up? No, I didn't. Good. Okay, because flying super effective against fighting, so it's very nice that Bobby survived like really well. Took that really well, but yeah, like I was saying, they thought I might have mistakenly, you know, said, like, thought that I spent it or I didn't spend it. Either way, I didn't spend it is what I was telling them, and you know, they thought, okay, that's very interesting. Maybe your account got like copied, duplicated, because it says it's an ATM transaction. So, oh, hey, there's a cutscene here, so we're just going to pause real quickly and look at the cutscene and see how we're.
Yo, I thought something was a bit noisy, and who it is but the usual scamp. Sorry, Scampo, but I'm afraid I just don't have time to play with you right now. The blue orb that's been long here is tried at Mt Pyre. It belongs to Team Aqua now. My man!
That's how he said it.
How about you do us a favor and for our lovely little visitor, keep it internet.
Anyways, so Matt's gonna battle us, and I'm going to see some blue riding, which is submarine. They're making it to Slateport. Come on, boys, we're headed to Slateport. I don't think bad guys should be telling the good guys where they're going, what exactly they're doing with a submarine at Slateport, but saying like, hey, I got this blue orb, and please follow me, because I know once you beat my admin, you're going to need to know where I'm going and what exactly I'm doing. So I'll tell you that I have a blue orb, I am taking it to Slateport, and I'm going to hijack a submarine. So that's basically what they told. I don't know. I thought that's kind of fishy. Okay, let's go into Bobby. Ghost fighting super effective against dark. Okay, let's give it a hyper potion, and then we'll just for safe measure. Okay, yeah, so like I was saying, when I called up HSBC, they're like, perhaps you might have forgotten that you actually did that transaction. I said, there's no way, not today, because it said the 6th of February was when the transaction took place. No way I could have done it, because I was asleep at that time, and I did not use my credit card yesterday, so that was a bit off. And my very last transaction that I did remember was $11 at Kmart for buying hot glue. Like, it's the glue gun. It's pretty impressive glue gun. How did my health go down so much? Did he slash twice? Okay, that's really bad that I didn't pay attention to that. But yeah, I bought some glue gun. That was the very last transaction on my credit card, so that was very interesting. And then basically the guy was like, oh, well maybe they have scanners, or like the fraudulent people that want to take your credit card information, they might have scanners on the ATM machine. So when you slot in your credit card, it might like take a scanned copy of your credit card. So, and he's like, it also, they can also copy your chip reader and everything, like even the chip, which I thought was very fishy and off about, because it just scans an image. I don't think it can take that much detail, like from scanning your credit card when you put it into the ATM machine, and like scanning your PIN as well and all that. So I thought that was kind of interesting and like an eye-opener. So it's for you guys out there, like make sure you check the ATM machine, make sure there's nothing attached to it. You know, it says, I do, you showed me a good time, and yeah. So they took the blue orb, and we're going to take the Red Orb? Ay me, what a disaster. The blue orb stolen from our safekeeping. The blue and red orb must never be separated. They belong together. It's like Taylor Swift. Someone belongs with her as well. That's her very, very old song. If you guys know even what I'm talking about. Anyways, I wouldn't trust you with a red orb, young one. I will entrust you with a red orb, young one. Should be like Legend of Zelda, where the character turns around and presents the red orb, like, ta-da! I have a red orb. So it looks like we're headed down to Slateport City, and I'm gonna check the map real quick. Where the heck is Slateport City? So that's Moss Deep, that's Lily Cove, Morval, Slateport. So as you guys can see on the bottom right hand side of the screen, we're going to go down. And how? Okay, so we're gonna go down and travel through Route 123, which is the route where we missed our encounter, and then we're gonna go down to Morval City, and then we're gonna head down from there to Slateport City. So that's what we're gonna do. Hopefully, it's not too big of a long trek down from the mountain. And while that's happening, I'll just tell you guys the rest of my morning. So, if that happens, that will be a long trek, because we're gonna... Oh, Vulpix! Wow, I want a Vulpix so bad. I want a Vulpix so bad! But I can't get it because it's a Nuzlocke. Yeah. Let me know if... Oh my god. If something like this ever happens again, like a Vulpix, something so rare, could I catch it? Actually, what am I asking? Of course I can't, it's a Nuzlocke. Oh, there we have Will-i-o-wisp, the TM61 Will-i-o-wisp. So that's where you get Vulpix and Will-i-o-wisp. And I really don't like Shuppet now because, oh, well, there's a Shuppet. Wow. Interesting that first, well, second encounter technically is not the second, because we encountered so many things last episode to reach all the way up to the top. But there was a chance of a Vulpix up here that made me so sad to see that I can't catch it. And there's a Pelipper up here too. So yeah, the bank guy just told me you should cancel your credit card or freeze it in case anything happens. So they froze my credit card and they're gonna send me a new one. So my current one won't work now. And for those of you out there who are like thinking, so how do you withdraw money if it takes about a week to send? What do you do if you need the money right there, right now? What you can do, when like he advised me, is that just bring any sort of ID and then go to HSBC branch or whatever bank you're with, and just tell them that, you know, your credit card is frozen right now and that you need to withdraw money, and then they'll fix you up with whatever money you need to withdraw. So that's that. And yeah, pretty interesting that, okay, I don't know if I mentioned this, but yeah, Western Australia is the transaction in some random park. And I can't remember the name of, I think it's Shentang Park or something like that. That was the name, like, in the internet transaction. So I was looking at it online, like online internet banking, it showed the transaction, the recent transactions, and the very last one was definitely not a $43 transaction that I've done. So that's where I panicked and they called and then they cancelled it. And then now we're up to speed where I'm like, I wonder why it charged this much, because, well, like this little, because if someone steals your credit card, they would try to withdraw 1,000, which is the limit, it's the max. Oh, and here we can get our encounter here. Let's see what encounter we'll get. Encounter number 1. Oh. Encounter number 1. I forgot to write a timestamp down. That's really bad of me. How long have we been in this video? I'll just add 15 minutes, so it'll be 40. Hopefully that's a decent amount of time. Okay, we don't need another Hendrix. We already have a Hendrix. So let's just... couldn't run away. Why? We are 11 levels higher and we can't run away. That's interesting. Encounter number 2. So yeah, it's good that the credit card got cancelled. In terms of the $43 is saying that if you want you can dispute it, because then they don't have any power to cancel it or to reverse that transaction because it's already been paid for and it's been charged from my account. So what they can do is basically tell me to fill out a transaction dispute form, and then once I fill it out I just go to the local branch and hand it in and I'll be able to get my money back. But here's the plot twist. Later on, I went through everything. Like I literally like scavenged like all the papers, all the receipts. I was thinking back to the every transaction last week, which was very hard to do because, you know, whenever you go out, you need to buy something, you eat at a restaurant, you just tap it. You just beep, tap it. It's just that simple. It's that convenient. Okay, I'm seeing a lot of Lanoons and Glooms, and it's not even letting me run. So what I'm going to do, I've decided that I will battle this trainer first. Okay, I decided that I'll battle this trainer first. So yeah, here's the plot twist, guys. I found out that after finding every single transaction, that I did a transaction on like a Monday or Tuesday, and it was for some movie tickets from Coles Online. It was like $10 per ticket, and then it was like a $2 delivery fee. I bought 4 tickets. That was what happened, okay? That was actually what happened. Like, I felt so stupid afterwards. I'm like, I was telling the bank guy, I was like, there is no way, I do not recall this transaction at all, but his very first response was actually correct. But in case it wasn't correct, then I guess he would have said those other things that I told you guys, which is to explain, like, it's possible that they could duplicate your card, including the chip reader, everything, and start just tapping in on different stores, or even going into ATM and just withdrawing money, stuff like that. So make sure you freeze your card before any more harm happens or comes to you. So yeah. But what was interesting is I bought those movie tickets like ages ago, and it's a very good deal, you know, like $10 for a movie ticket. You can watch any movie before 5 PM any day. So it's like a special for Coles employees, because I'm with Liquorland and that's with Coles, and what happens is you get discounts all around, including like going on their website, and then they have special deals. So I bought like 4 movie vouchers. That was the $43 that I end up finding out was what I paid for. Felt so stupid, so I was halfway through filling the transaction dispute thing, and then I was still looking through and making sure, like, because I'm quite thorough. I make sure of everything. Like, I guess this one kind of skipped my mind, but the transaction date, like on the internet banking, it said that it billed me on the 6th of February, you know? It billed me on the 6th of February at 8 AM. And I actually paid for that ages ago, like in the beginning of the week, so 5 days ago. That's how delayed that transaction was compared to my other ones. See, my other ones that I like just tap in on on the ATM, not ATM, the PayWave in the shops, they're pretty, like, you know, they're all delayed in the same time frame, while that one was delayed a lot longer than all the others. So that one So the $40 one showed up as my very last transaction when it clearly wasn't. Anyway, that's a dark type, so we're gonna switch out. Switch out into Power Quick. I noticed our team actually has some flaws, some weaknesses. If it wasn't for Bubby, I think we are weak to. We have a water weakness, water and dark weakness. So Crawdon actually counters a lot of us. He counters the Camerupt 4 times effective with water type moves. Ooh, this is so nice. Does dark resist dark? Yes, it does. So I'm gonna go with a neutral Stone Edge because water resists water. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, water resists water and water resists ice. So all 3 of Mega Gyarados' moves are resisted except for Stone Edge. It's gonna do a nice chunk. And since we become a dark type, it's not going to be too effective to us. And we're gonna use a Stab Crunch to finish it off. But yeah, it felt really dumb, so I cancelled my credit card for no reason. You know, the moment it hits you, and when you see the transaction, I looked through the emails, and then I was like looking through every single purchase I made, like, because I did make some online purchases, and even those ones, actually, they went through on time. You know, it was just that specific calls transaction that took ages to process through. It really makes people worried, like, why they would withhold it until then to bill me. So that's kind of interesting, kind of odd. That's another Shuppet, so what we're gonna do to remedy this Route 1, 2, 3... I think it's Route 1, 2, 3. What we're gonna do to remedy that is we're going to go next to the shack. I think there's a pond. And that pond we can fish. Hopefully we can fish something nice out of it. Ooh, wow, an Azumarill. Please have huge power. Huh? Did you guys just see that? There was like a bit of like the water splashing thing without the Azumarill in it. That was so confusing. Like, what the heck was that? It even made the cry. Level 25. That's so under level, but I really want an Azumarill on my team. Like, a fairy type is so good. Fairies are so strong. I'm afraid that Iron Head would kill it, even though it's resisted. It probably wouldn't because Azumarill's so bulky. But we're just going to do this and have a very safe capture. And I'm going to name it after a subscriber name because I think we need to have Azumarill on our team. So let's see. Gerudo? Oh, I don't know if these people even watch my videos, that's the thing. Okay, let's capture it. I'm trying to think of, because right now the person that's been actively watching and commenting is Fiori, and I'm not sure if I have your name written down or if you even want to be part of the, if you want to be named after one of our team members. So Nest Ball, what does Nest Ball do? Lower level Pokemon. It's nice that Azumarill has Aqua Tail, and that Aqua Tail is actually doing quite a lot of damage. Quite surprising. Come on. There we go. I'm not sure what nickname did you want. Like, I'm thinking of just Fiori. If you actually, I should have done. I wasn't expecting like a Pokemon that I'll definitely keep on the team. So that's kind of interesting that and an eye opener that I actually have one. Let's see, Fairy type. Fiori Martin? Martin or Fiori? I can't remember what nickname he wanted. I'm pretty sure he said yes to it. I'm gonna have to name you Fiori. Even though it's a female, Fiori does sound like a female name though. No offense if I don't mean to offend anyone or that's named Fiori. That's a guy. I think it's a he. But anyways, that's going to be the name. It's going to be Azumarill. Fiori the Azumarill. Transferred to box 1, and I'm going to write that in my capture log so we don't forget that we actually caught something very nice in route 1, 2, 3. We caught an Azumarill. Named it Fiori. Just gonna have to double check on the name. I feel so bad if I spelt it wrong because I didn't actually write it down as the list of names. Okay, there we go. So, what time is it? Let's try to head back to Marvel City before we end off this episode. Or maybe we could make it to Slateport. Let's try to do that. Let's try to make it back to Slateport before we end up this episode. Or this week's episode. I really do want to upload more. Maybe I'll upload one before next Friday. No promises, but I'll try. Anyways, gonna surf back. Because we lost our Aries, our flying Aries, we have to walk all the way back. So next episode I should... Actually, who should I replace? Okay, wait. Question of the day. Who is your favorite Pokemon in this series? Like, hopefully the answer will be like in terms of one of the Pokemon that I've used in our party. But, you know, feel free to say like any other Pokemon you might have seen in the series, but for the most part it's just the Pokemon you see here. So what's your favorite? And out of the 6, what's your least favorite? I need to know by, you know, in a few days time so that I know which one to replace for Fiori. Let me know, guys. So you could easily replace Metang, although I don't want you to. You could replace Hendrix and then I could leave Cut for someone else. You could replace My Lady Lumps or Ticklety. I'm thinking Ticklety because Ticklety is low level at the moment. But let me know what you guys think. So right now my favorite Pokemon, or at least the one that I feel like is going to complete the Nuzlocke for me, would have to be the Gyarados. Gyarados is really strong. Like Bobby's really strong too, and so is My Lady Lumps, and Metang is pretty strong too. So it has huge power. That is so amazing. It has huge power and increase in speed, but lower special defense. And it has Play Rough. Fiori is going to be a monster. Fiori is a monster. It has Bubble Beam though. I don't know, that Bubble Beam is kind of useless because it's a special attack and, you know, we're physically offensive. So yeah, let me know you guys which one should I replace for Fiori, because we're definitely having him on board. And what is your favorite Pokemon so far? What is your least favorite Pokemon? Let me know and I'll see you all in the next episode. Cheers.